So today we are going to analyze the Canadian dollar against the US dollar. So we are going to start with a trend analysis. We are on the daily chart, but we are going to start with the weekly chart, see what's the trend. So here we see how it's a big downtrend. Here we see a bottom. So possibly start of the correction. So we are going to analyze this correction, and we are going to start from the bottom to the top. So we are going to use the red lines for the weekly trend lines, and then we are going to use different colors for the daily ones. So here we see the weekly chart. Right now is going back and forward. So here we see a strong support. Sorry. On the other side, we can see how it's forming some way of channel. We take this point and put it here. Not really. See how it broke, so I'm not really following this channel. I'm going to delete it. What we can see here is another channel here. So more or less we can see it right here at the bottom. Okay. So that's the weekly chart pattern. We can see how there is no other resistance. We can try to see from the top, see how it's been behaving. We here a double top. We can see put this forward, but this is like not really for now. We're not really looking into this. We are going to see another one from here, see how it's behaving from here. Well, we see how it broke and then rebound to do a retest and then shoot up. So for now we'll see how we'll behave in the next days. Not really. Here we can see how they made like some kind of double top. It touched barely here. You're going to maximize and try to put it here. Yeah, well, but not really like nothing special there to see there. We can like really get more into depth and see here. Well, this will be more within the daily charts, but we can see how here is on the edge. We'll see, depending how close today, we can see whether like is breaking this 2-point trend line or is continuing ahead. And we are going to see if we can do surrounding, but not. Okay, so let's move into the daily one. So the red lines are for the weekly one, so we are not going to really focus, see how more or less how in the daily ones if for the same pattern. So for the daily ones we are going to use a different color. We are going to use blue and not such a strong trend lines. Okay. So we can see in the daily one who is how here there's been. So we are going to for the daily chart we are going to delete these ones. So we are in this position in the daily chart, and I'm going to use the blue one. Another big like this. Okay. So first we can see that not really a big. It didn't follow it. A false breakout, stay equal, and then shoot up again and close above. So it was a first breakout. If today close, we can take a long position. So on the weekly is on the edge, and on the daily is the same. So if today we see a positive close, we can take a long position. Another resistance we can see here is this one's. So we can see how it's forming a triangle channel. Not really really important. We can see here horizontal line. We can see here a little bit of, yeah, we can see a little bit here and here how there is like a resistance, but still a long way so we can capture this movement. Yeah, until it gets here, there is a lot of movement to do. So for now, looks good. Doesn't look bad. We can also implement some indicators to see, for example, the max CD. Well, no, not this one. Sorry. We can see we can see the max CD. It's like it's a good buying point. Like it's below the average and it's not overvalued. You see right now in the middle. If we do the close above, we can see like a crossbar here on a buying opportunity. Like I said, and so yeah, for now on, like I will take a long position here. I'll take wait here a second. Let's maximize and see the buying opportunity. So the buying opportunity is like long position, and it will be if it close above, let's say around here, the open reward will be the stop will be, so the risk reward will be try to put it like on the minimum on the top here, and the risk reward we're going to put it on the resistance. So a 2.17 risk reward doesn't look like a bad position. We can bait the double profits of the day. We can bait the double. We have the chance to make double the profits of the amount we are risking. So that would be my daily long position for the CAD USD. In the weekly position, we go back to weekly. Well, for now, it's staying like weekly. There's not really like strong position. There's not. So for now, we'll stay like this on the daily chart. So if we move to oil, US oil, I analyzed it the other day. As we can see here, we can go straight to the weekly chart to see what was the patterns over here. So if we go to the weekly chart, we see how it was around 120. It did barely drop. Also, we had today the fundamentals. Today, they were like Bloomberg was saying that they were going to cut all production in Libya. So that's why today oil is so been recently like running. So we on the weekly chart we can, those lines are for the, well, those one are like for the, I think the blue one. I'm going to delete that one for now, and same to this one for now. So we are going to start from the weekly one and move on to the daily chart here in oil as we did with CAD USD. So we see with the trend line, let's put it red, the weekly red. We can see how like we saw a bottom over there, and let's move it here. Not again. Okay, so here we see about our trend line. Can we still following this? There was a resistance over here we totally broke, so no longer we breaking, man. There was a resistance at $60, but totally broken, no longer bear in mind. So we don't see any strong support, any strong resistance on this line. So we're going to delete it and continue with the upward trend, daily trend. So here we see the subconsciously our trend. We can see like if it bounce back, we can see buying opportunity in that point. And so for now, we can see how a little bit of regression over there, so on this top, so we are going to put a resistance trend line over there, and we'll wait for the next days. So this is on the weekly chart. We don't see really clearly, like for now it's not, there's like this close to the resistance, there is not a clear buy or sell in the weekly chart, so we are going to maximize onto the daily chart and see what we see, what we can see. On the daily chart is more or less the same. Continue the upward trend, and not really like clear position. I'm going to delete the weekly ones, and here or there, and we are going to drive for the daily ones a blue line. The max idea stays more or less the same, so I stay positive regarding oil. I think it's going to keep going, creating. So for now, I see it this way. For now on, there is no either resistance. There is small resistance over here from this little regression on the daily one, but nothing like clear. So if it breaks above this resist, let's say this resistance, it made a double top, a regression double top. But so if today close, we can see. Let's put the. I'm going to use the Fibonacci regression over here. Let's see if this works. Fibonacci retracement. So we are going to see from this bottom where we are basing until this point. We can see a little bit of dashboard there, but nothing clear. So for now on, we are going to wait. If it closes today, we can see how it can shoot up to this point. So we can take a. I'm going to close it. So we can take a small position, a short position, with like regarding. So if it today close above this line, we can take. Let me minimize it. We can take a small position over here until this resistance, and we are going to put on this one on the previous regression. So we have a not really positions, more like pair. We can really like the reservoir is close to one. Is we have one resistance and one support over here. So if it goes to the support, we close the position. But it goes to resistance, we take profit, and it can be both sides. It's a 50-50 situation on the short time. In the long time, what I can see, this is the position I will take in the short time. Like if today close above here, we can take a long position trying to aim to this target. If it close below this position, we don't take any position. So this is for now on, and in the more in the long term, if close above this, I'm going to put the weekly. Well, I'm going to stay here. If it close above this time in the next upcoming days, we can see how it will be following two big trend lines, and we can really take a bigger position. I'm going to retrace this. So if it close above this position, I will take, let's say above this day, I will take them until 80. So it close above 66, we can talk about 80, and the reservoir will be 2.5, leaving the stop within this resistance, within this range of 3 resistance and supports, and this like trend line, and see if it goes. If we can see in the weekly chart if there is like a big at 80. Well, let's see resistance. There will always going to be this psychological resistance of pair numbers of like 80, 60. As you can see, we can see here there's a previous one here by a strong one in 80. There's another one here right after. So we don't necessarily need to wait for 80. We're gonna stop the position. Let's see here, over there. So that will be the long position I will take. sorry, wait a second. So just to summarize, here like in the short position, we take a risk reward ratio of 1, trying to aim to get to this. If it close to the above this line, we try to get to this line. If not, if it close below, we don't take any position. And more in the long term position, if we see a breakout through this zone, we can see it goes up to 77. We're in the weekly chart. There's a resistance over here. Let me show. There is a resistance over here. It says here count the minimum also touch. So summarize, like in the short term close above, we can aim to get a few pips out to this line, but in the long term, if you close above this one, we can also take a bigger position and try to aim for like the range of 77-80. That's all for today. I'll see you next day.